Call Haloyim, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well over the flock. Shalom and salutation to you brothers out here pushing words of truth and sincerity. All right, this picture right here says 1,000 words, right? And it tells you, aligns with the scriptures, what you've been learning about who Esau Edom is. All right, according to the Bible, Esau Edom in these last days and end times shall rule the world. He is the wicked that the Bible speaks of, the devil that the Bible speaks of. When the scriptures tell you that I've seen Lucifer fall as lightning from heaven, that's the time frame in which Esau, the so-called white man's rulership and empire, is going to go down. And it's mainly going to go down by the way it's destroyed through fire, tempest, brimstone. All right, that lake of fire, which is going to be America. And so as you see here, it says Russian priest blessed Satan, the nuke, right? Now the UN is who calls this nuke the Satan. I think Russia calls it the Sarmat 1 and 2, or Sarmat in the specific name. But yeah, as you can see here, you zoom in, you got the priest blessing it. All right, they're priests. They're Catholic or Roman Catholic or Orthodox Christian priest blessing these nukes. And it correlates with the scriptures. All right, but you didn't have just that incident. You got another incident. Here goes, another one of these missiles that's attached to it must be Turkey, or I'm not sure what country this is, but as you can see, it's an Edomite nation. And they're also blessing the these nuclear warheads on these missiles, because these fighter jets can carry nuclear warheads as well. And so that's the sentiment of these people. See, meanwhile, while we're all looking for friendship, help, and unity, they're blessing their firearms. They're blessing their nuclear power. They're blessing that. They have their priests. They aligned themselves with the belief that the Most High is the one who set them up with these and gave them this technology to defend against their enemies. And so they will bless it. And by this, they are blessed. And so it's the average American peons, especially the people who consider themselves Negro, Black, Latino, African Americans, all right, so forth and so on, who are the real biblical Israelites. You're the ones who haven't woken up to who your enemy is and what they're doing. All right, they take the religion and see that and identify with, okay, the Lord God gave us this. He must have given us this to attack and to defend and so forth and so on. But you got our people trying to consider, take guns out the streets and, equality. That's not the system in which Esau subscribes to. Now, when you get into the scriptures, what does it say? In Genesis 27, there's an elaborate story of how Jacob and Esau are brothers, going back to 25. But Jacob inherits Esau's birthright, okay? And Jacob also inherits the blessing, all right? It phrases it here as the stolen blessing, all right? And Rebecca, his mother, was the one that helped Jacob get that blessing. And through the spirit, Jacob was always supposed to have that blessing. That's why the prophecy, when they were twins in the womb, was that the first shall serve the last, or the elder shall serve the younger. Okay, and so future prophecies that we're gonna rule over our wicked brother Esau. Now, but when you get into how what blessing Esau has, out of the two blessings that Isaac was given, Isaac gave his sons. He also gave the blessing to Esau, which was the sword. So we'll read it here. Genesis 27 and we at 37. Nope. Genesis 27 and 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew from heaven above, meaning you'll inherit the world as well. It says, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, right? Meaning thou shalt serve him up, like cut him up, like this, put judgment against him. So when you look at the story of the descendants of Jacob and Esau, Jacob being the progenitor of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and Esau being a progenitor of the so-called white man, when you look at their what happened to them in current events and current more modern times. Esau served us with his sword. All right. And now his modern day sword, all these nuclear missiles, his weapons. That's where he puts his stock. When you go into Joel, it says he will turn his plowshares into swords and his pruning hooks into spears. And so we understand the sentiment of Esau is to conquer. He's the great conqueror. He has the same spirit of Alexander on his forefather, which conquered the whole known world, okay, of that time around 330 BC. So you have to know these people and know what they're all about. Divide, conquer, so forth and so on, based upon the blessings that Isaac gave him before time. It says, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then I will slay my brother Jacob. So the slaughter of our people stems from Esau, the progenitor of these peoples who took us into captivity, Salakia. It stems from their hatred based upon their forefathers' hatred passed down through their bloodline. All right. So ultimately, we got and we acquired from, which was stolen from Esau, which was, it was a fair deal when you go into how we got that blessing or got that inheritance, birthright. The blessing that we got was to rule the world in perpetuity, meaning forever. So our blessing is more significant because we inherited the everlasting life. We inherited salvation. We inherited the eternal kingdom from that blessing. And our job is to rule the world forever. Whereas Esau's job is to just, can make the world cruel and wicked and evil as it is to this day. Lord willing, this video was edifying. Till next time, shalom.